players have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And now Washington's starting group. Jordan Poole is out there with Coulibaly. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Saddiq Bey. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the 76ers, they've got Embiid. Paul George is out there with MP. Then there's Lowry. And it's Maxey in at the 1. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Outside Lowry. Passes to MP. Shot clock at 5. Back to Lowry. The 3 from George. And Valanciunas pulls it down. And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
They're so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You want to respond in kind, but that last game, it was an effort that most of the time can get you a win. I ran into a tough opponent who was playing at a high level.
It is incredible that George is playing Brent at such a high level after his injury history is taken into account.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, one of the more horrific injuries in terms of the way it presented itself and what we saw Paul George go through. But this guy has not missed a beat. He continues to be really the most stable part of any organization that he's joined. I mean, he's been in a few places. That has not affected the way that he's approached the game on both ends of the floor, and is certainly still one of the top 15 players in the game.
And it's blocked.
And how about Kuzma, the defensive energy he showed to get to that block.
Pass to Coulibaly. Now here's Bey. Back to Coulibaly. Takes the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that's a nice pass from Bey, willing to do whatever he can to help his team.
Here's Embiid. Oh, and the jam by Embiid.
And it's no secret that Embiid enjoys the spotlight. When he gets a chance to show off some, he seizes it.
For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Maxey against Poole. And stolen by MP. One-on-one fast break. Let's go. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. MP's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, good execution there. Lowry with a pinpoint pass.
Now, here's Poole. 23 points for him the last game against Houston.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This, their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Well, they were obviously the superior team a year ago, but a lot can change from one season to the next in the NBA. Let's see how this game plays out before we make any rush to judgment as to how they'll fare against each other this year.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Oubre comes in for George. Hields checked in for Kyle Lowry. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for
2
Maxey.
minutes remaining in the first.
Now, here's Brogdon. And in that game with Houston, he did not play well. Sarr. And they recover it. A second chance effort, and it's sent back by Drummond.
Really tough to get a shot over the frame and jumping ability of Andre Drummond. He got up there and got that one.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Brogdon, following the basket by Buddy Hield. Sarr with it. Now defended by Oubre, and he gets it back. Here's Philadelphia. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Back to MP. That one goes in. MP's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
1:14 left in the first quarter of the game. Brogdon against Jackson. Now here's Brogdon. Tight defense on him. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Hield. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now. So solid numbers in that department.
Wizards making a switch here. Vukcevic is checked in.
Hill. One shot.
And Hield, no good on that one. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, the Sixers this summer signing Paul George to create a star trio, along with the great value signings around the edges, Philly is widely regarded as one of the league's most improved rosters. And guys, this team is poised to compete with the league's best. They have a big three, and they have a real chance now to win a championship.
No doubt about it. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Philadelphia leading by 11. Oubre, left side. Outside Jackson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 8 points for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now Brogdon. Fader on the way. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. 76ers on top. They lead by 13. And we'll be back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
MP is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Maxey, and it's Jackson in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Suns was superb. He ended up with 26 points, and both from the foul line and the floor, he was making his shots out there. And he was tremendous again. He is playing as well as anybody in the league. He is a must-watch, and we're on the call tonight, guys.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Sarr's checked in for Washington. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
And while the offense is developing, Alex Saar is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, along with being a great rim protector. He's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities.
And the second free throw, good. Here in this stage of the season, Greg, what can struggling teams do to better themselves?
You mean besides make a big trade move? I mean, I think about lineups and schemes. You have to look at what you can control and really establish your identity.
Washington with the ball after the miss from MP. Koulibaly with it. There's the pass to Kuzma. And he uses the glass on the layup. Kuzma's got his first bucket in this one.
Kuz loves those inside shots, and he's working hard to find them.
Count it.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Cool. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Maxey.
And if you watch Poole enough, you're really going to appreciate that he can get it done in so many ways on the offensive end.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops. I tell you what, Brent, this Jordan Poole is one confident player.
Yeah, his mindset, though, Kevin, has to shift to being more consistent. So we've seen these outbursts in scoring from Jordan Poole, but really you want to have a more reliable player in what he does both offensively and defensively. Hopefully he finds that.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Poole. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Pass to Saar. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Koulibaly. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. The 76ers leading by 10. On the wing, MP. With force, Embiid takes it to him.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Poole, the pass to Bay. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Wizards making a switch here. Watkins checked in. Brogdon. And there's Brogdon putting it right back in.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. A nice shot by Embiid.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Wizards trail by 12.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Now Koulibaly. He has 5. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And powering into the first week of the new year. Here's a brand new look at the power rankings. You look at Minnesota. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And right now for the 76ers, they've blown away the so-called experts' opinions. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Oubre checked in for Philadelphia. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
Let's take a look at Embiid. He's not too far away from a spot in the starting five. A lot of votes have been coming his way.
And even if he doesn't get the fan votes he needs to become a starter, you have to believe he'll be a part of the Eastern Conference All-Star team.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. And the Wizards making a change here. Vukcevic is checked in. 1:33 left in the first half. To the paint, here's Holmes. Passes it to Kispert. 4 on the shot clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. And when you watch Kispert, Brent, you can see the aggression he plays with when he's going at the rim.
Yeah, sometimes Corey will surprise you because you know he's a spot-up shooter and you know he's elite at doing that, but he will attack, go in there and throw his body at guys to create some scoring opportunities.
The first one falls. Well, it's no secret this Washington team is in a rebuilding phase. But Brent, they've collected some assets. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
So on the floor for Washington, they've got Kyle Kuzma. Koulibaly is out there with Jordan Poole. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Bey in at the 3, the small forward. Embiid misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close. Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Poole with it. Now defended by Embiid. Poole, no good.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Brent, one thing we've seen these days, 3-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not? That's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, it's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on.
MP, no good. And so Poole will bring it up for Washington. 8-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Goes up on the high post. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And good that time. 18 points for MP.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Free throw good, MP. Some changes for Philadelphia. Andre Drummond comes in for Joel Embiid, and Kelly Oubre subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And then for Washington, Vukcevic is checked in, and Sarr subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Both shots good from the stripe. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Kispert's checked in for Bay. And now a chance to look here at the race for Rookie of the Year. Halfway through the season, these are the top rookies so far. You look at MP, well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special, special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
Totally agree. It's taken him only about half the season to show he is going to be a force and a face in the NBA for a long time.
The Wizards with another miss.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point range.
And Maxey is right there.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Wizards trail by 12. Pass to Coulibaly. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his third personal
It's on
foul.
Kelly Oubre.
First
Way to
foul.
play in attack mode and get to the
Shooting
line.
for Washington, Coulibaly. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Brent Coulibaly got a lot of minutes last season, and it's paid off.
Well, Kevin, I think this guy is hungry. I think he's hungry to prove that he can be an elite wing player in the league. His work ethic is top-notch, and this guy, if he goes at it defensively, can be on those all-defensive teams by the time his career is done.
He hits the second from the line. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Maxey passes to Drummond. Shoots a fader. And Vukcevic pulls it down. Wizards trail by 11. Down low, here's Brogdon, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Corey.
And so here is Philadelphia. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Running the wings, it's Oubre and George. Embiid is out there with MP. And it's Lowry in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Kuzma. Count it from 12.
Not the usual shot from Kuzma, but the defense certainly didn't see that one coming.
To the inside. Kicks it out to MP. Money from the wing. MP's got 12 points in just the second half.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Brogdon finds Kuzma. Banked in off the glass.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
The 76ers leading by 9. Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Brogdon. Now the basket Poole. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Can't sleep on Kuzma on the offensive glass because he's more than capable of doing damage like that.
MP outside. And here's George for 3. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. George has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Valanciunas. George against Bay. Back to Valanciunas. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And the basket by MP.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Kuzma can't get it to go. The 76ers leading by 14. Oubre outside. To the middle. Lets it fly. And there's George. That's good on the assist by MP. MP's got his 6th assist on the night. Washington calls timeout.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring. And if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Bay against George. Poole, the pass to Valanciunas. Lonzo looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
Wizards ball.
Six to shoot. Here's Bay.
2 minutes remaining
Well,
in the game.
Paul George showing off his defensive prowess right there. Full energy, full focus, and a nice contest.
MP finds Lowry. 76ers moving the ball around. MP, that's for 2. Rebound by the Wizards.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And here's Poole for 3. They grabbed their own miss.
And look who's in the middle of
76ers foul.
all of that action.
Joel
Of course, it's
Embiid.
Valanciunas
That's his
getting
second
fouled,
personal
but
foul.
still getting that shot off.
First team foul.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've been in the zone for mid-range all game long, and they've made the most of any chance they've found in that space.
All game long, they've just done a great job of keeping the pressure on the defense and penetrating with the pass. They've gotten everything inside, and they've converted there.
Outside, George. MP inside. Guarded by Kuzma. And so Poole will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They trail by 14. Count that one.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the 76ers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
With all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
And MP with the basket on the assist by Maxey. 31 points for MP. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Kuzma passes to Valanciunas. Poked loose and stolen by MP. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Washington ball. Substitution on the court.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, it never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you next time.